Carolina State, and they obviously have shown that they are an extremely explosive team. And I've had very few players in my life that what I call tough shot takers and tough shot makers. If you guys remember Tim Pickett, when he was here, Tim could take shots that you normally don't let other players take. And he was accurate taking tough shots. Well, they have three guys, at least at a minimum, at least three guys on the floor that are of that caliber. They can take tough shots and they can make tough shots. And as you saw in the Duke game, they were all making those tough shots, and they become almost impossible to defend when you have guys that can make shots with hands in their face, well defended, and they find ways to create that mindset that allows them to be as accurate under those circumstances. So we know going in there that this is it's a very, very important game for them as they try to pad their resume to go to make it to the NCAA tournament. When we're a top 10 team, what we can't afford to do is allow them to want the game to be more important to them than it is to us. And we have to want the game for us as much as they want the game for them. It has all the makings of a very competitive game. And I listened to the interview of Coach K after the game, and he made the point that he thought that this team played with a sense of urgency that he felt that his kids didn't match. And so we have enough warning and enough notice that this team is they're in a different mindset than what we've seen in some of the other games, and we have to figure out a way to make sure we're concerned about the mindset that we're in going into this contest.
How much more dangerous is a team when they are playing with that sense of urgency?
Well, this is what makes college basketball, the game of basketball in general, so great, is that on any given night, anyone's capable of winning the game. And many times growing up as a kid, and even the early part of my coaching career, especially when I was at the University of Kentucky, you would see a team with a bunch of 5'11" guys in the finals of the state tournament playing lights out against teams with All-Americans and great players on their team, because that's just the zone that those teams are able to get themselves in. And they for that stretch, they're really playing extremely well. So it's important. The mental and emotional aspect of the game is so very, very important, and it makes a huge difference sometimes in how you execute and how well you compete.
Is that a unique place to play, that arena?
You know, I've always been one not to concern myself with the arena, so to speak, because the court's 94 by 50 and the goal is 10 feet. And so nobody's going to run out of the stands and block a shot or get a steal or make a basket. And so you have to tune all that out. But like most of the programs in the ACC, they have such rich tradition that's been handed down from generations. And the history of the programs and the mindset of the fans, or the knowledgeable fans, are at such a level that it creates an atmosphere that is extremely exciting and challenging for the visiting teams. And North Carolina State, a team that's won a national title with a lot of rich tradition over the years, has that type of following. And but that's what happens on most of the ACC teams, and very similar to the atmosphere that we are enjoying here in Tallahassee. I mean, our fans have been tremendous, and we are giving people a little bit dose of that medicine that we've been getting for years when we go on the road. Finally, and so I'm excited about that. But don't even worry about it. We getting ready to go into the Lions Den, the Woodpack Den, whatever they call it. But this is going to be one of those games that I'm sure they are really, really looking forward to, similar to what we faced when we went to Indiana, University of Indiana.
You got a big game, I guess, a couple days after this one. But do you think the younger guys, maybe the guys who've grown into bigger roles this year, have grown to the point where they kind of recognize they can't overlook this, even with kind of what looms ahead?
We have absolutely not earned the right to overlook anybody. You know, I don't even think that we even talking about Monday's game. I mean, we can't even afford to think about Monday's game. This is one game at a time approach, and if you allow any other mindset to be in the way, then something bad is going to happen. There's no doubt that now that we go down the stretch and people are seeing what they're playing for and the opportunities that are available, you see people now playing with a different focus. And we've been in that same position before when we're trying to climb out of maybe some positions, and you have everybody's attention, everybody is on the same page, and I think that's what we're facing now as we prepare for our North Carolina State game.